Right.
All right. This is Real Estate Fight Club episode 103. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Fight Club. What up, Jennifer Mertlin?
Hello, Monica. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Should we do the whole episode in fake British accents?
Let's give it a go.
I'll let you do it today.
I don't know how to. I'd be horrible. It would be bad. What's new in your life? Anything we need to know about here on the podcast? Anything you can share?
This week?
Or not share? Anything you should share or not share, maybe? I don't know. What?
I'm buying a house this week.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
Another investment property?
Yeah, it's right by you.
Really? Mm-hmm. Nice.
In the town. So get one of your friends to rent it.
Fantastic. Do you have a formula you use for a rental property?
Yeah, I have like a performa. I could put that in the vault.
Yeah,
the only caveat is when you make the formula and spreadsheet better, you have to send it back to me.
That's good. I like it. Yes.
Yeah,
love it.
I'll put it in there. So jennifermertlin.com/vault, and it's called a performa.
Perfect. Love it. All right, guys. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of Real Estate Fight Club. We always appreciate that you're here. Oh, yeah. Today, Jen and I are going to duke it out over this question. Do you do anything extra when it comes to your vacant listings? In other words, do you have any additional responsibility to your vacant listings?
You should go first.
Okay. Here's an example of do as I say, not as I do.
Okay.
Like if I'm just being honest.
I think you should always be honest. You don't occur to me otherwise.
Yeah, right. I do think it depends on if your clients are in town or out of town.
Okay.
And so if they're out of town and I'm going to be taking on more responsibility, then I'm going to be charging additional commission. Boom. Because I'm going to be meeting people. I'm going to need to check on the vacant listing, blah, blah, blah. But if they're in town and have just moved out, I don't really take that on as my responsibility. And here's why I say do as I say, not as I do. I believe I should probably address that with them and define their expectations and roles.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they're imagining that, hey, we've handled. Yeah. What's that?
Didn't somebody say that in a different podcast, or was that you, that they do charge an extra commission for?
I said that in another podcast, if they're out of town.
And then what's the role attached to that?
I'm sorry. And if my microphone. Okay. I should say, if they don't have family in town, like if they've got people that are here and they're taking responsibility, then that's, not an issue.
But if they pay you, then what do you do?
It's not really a pay in exchange for, it's just an increased level of responsibility and time. Because if we have, vendors that need to go over as a result of the inspections, then I'm going to have to meet them over there. I'm going to have to coordinate, or I'm going to be, hey, can you go turn on the air before the showing? Or, hey, our neighbors said the trash cans didn't get, I just know it. I've been in the business long enough to know I'm going to be over there way more. And if I say, hey, if you'd like me to be your on-call local feet on the ground gal, that's great. I charge 0.5% additional for that. If you think you've got it covered, it's fine.
Okay. So you do 0.5% more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's at closing.
Yeah. Yes. Right. So maybe it doesn't actually get there, but generally, well, it does because I close all of my deals.
You're a closer, ABC.
That's right. That's right. But in practice, like just an average deal, I'm not probably as great as I should be. I don't set those expectations, and then I'm not checking on the house. What are you doing?
Okay. So we posted this I saw it on a Facebook page and we posted it. And I just have to say how disappointed I am in you people.
Who people?
The listeners.
Why? What did they do? Don't be mean to them. I'll kick your ass.
Of our colleagues that are take pride in I go over there and I'll vacuum and clean the house and I'll paint and I'll do all this stuff. You're the damn problem.
Oh my God. How do you feel? Oh my God.
Just don't think we are real estate agents. Like that is what we do. And part of being a real estate agent is not the cleaning person. It's not the painter. I don't fix gutters. I don't do that stuff. Now, listen, of course, I've taken back trash cans before, right? Like
Right.
that can happen sometimes, but it's just like, would you rather me market your property to find a buyer or spend my time vacuuming? What are you paying me to do?
Because if you're paying me as the maid, I am the maid.
Right.
I don't.
I'm an overpriced maid. Like that is a lot for a maid.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So you are angry with agents who set that expectation by doing that in our industry?
Yes. Also, yeah. I mean, this can snowball into like the ones that give gifts and so anyway. But
what? So that's like night and day, two different conversations. But I will agree with you this.
Gifts.
I've used this example before. My dad is an attorney. I've never seen my father go over and rake somebody's yard, an estate. I've never seen him go paint an estate. Like, I've never seen him handle that.
Attorney. Yes, and he does not do it. What we can do is recommend people like, hey, I know you're moving out of town or whatever, and I know it's important to you to get top dollar for this home. In order to do that, we're gonna make sure, and I believe, the average days on market is only like a week or 10 days, but like during that time, let's make sure we have somebody that can come over. So to your point, addressing it up front now takes it away from like the expectation that you're going to do it. Because when you say that, they're never like, oh, I thought you were gonna do it. Like they will never say that.
Nope. It's all expectations, because that's where you get into trouble. If they think that you're the one that's going to be at every showing, and therefore you can turn on and off the air conditioning prior to and post, like you are setting yourself up for them to get irate with you. When that doesn't have to happen, if you just said, okay, so here's the deal. Typically there'll be an agent with the buyer and I'm not there, and who wants to handle the front and the back end of this,
Right. And I mean, if you are an agent that goes to every showing, or like you've agreed to that request, to your point, maybe you charge a little bit more, or even then you're still not the cleaning person.
No. And if they want me to do that and I agree to do that for that listing, then at least I know what is expected of me.
Don't do it.
No, I don't mean cleaning. I mean like
take pictures and
the other things.
Oh, okay.
I'm not cleaning.
You can turn on it. I think turning on and off the lights is fine. I would do that as a buyer's agent.
I don't like to be responsible for that as a listing agent. That's a lot.
No, I'm not usually as a listing agent either. Yeah. But if you're one, I'm saying if you're one that goes there anyway, because there are some agents that they show that's part of what they actually do. That's like their thing.
Right.
Sure. And that's okay. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. Because sometimes like that is what makes sense in either in your market or for that house or whatever. But yeah.
Agreed.
What was that one episode we did on like things agents do that they need to stop immediately?
And we didn't say that one, I don't think.
That's because the scroll was too damn long. But it's like really take a look. Take a look at really what it's costing you. Like, what is your net profit from taking a listing? Okay. So this is after your split. This is after the cost of marketing. You do your dollar per hour. And then you look at the activities associated with like painting the room or whatever. And it's like, okay, is that and in most cases, it's going to be at least $300 an hour. Is that a $300 an hour activity, or is my time better spent? Because you have an opportunity cost. You do not have unlimited time. Even if you only have one listing, you're still better off spending all the time marketing the listing, door knocking, circle prospecting, calling agents, putting up, on Facebook, doing a video, like something to get the listing out there, then you are painting the room.
Agreed. Now, here's what you can do, though. You can be a resource for these things. You should have contacts for people that will clean the houses, you've got to present the solution. That's your job.
Right.
But not executing.
To say it ahead of time. because your job is also, you're like the project manager for the
That's right.
project. So the project sell the house, right? For the highest possible price or whatever they want, the shortest time frame, like whatever their thing is.
Yep.
It's like, okay, if that's the end goal, what do I need to do to get us there? Well, I see you're going to be gone and you have no friends and whatever, right? You have no family, you have no friends. So like, here's the people you can use.
Right.
Your friends are dirty or whatever, right?
Right. So true. So true. So if you just have your average listing here in Cincinnati, and let's say it doesn't sell in the first 3 days, like it has, are you checking on the listing at all? Are you going over there periodically?
No.
No.
Not as a rule of thumb. In my early days, I would go once a week and we would talk about that up front. Say, because it's vacant, you're out of town, I'll go once a week if it's like not being shown. And actually, luckily I did, because that morning that I had went, the water heater broke.
Oh my gosh, you got lucky.
I got so lucky.
Yeah.
But after that, I was like, I do not want to be responsible for that. Like, it's a lot of, I'm just, no.
Yeah.
You know,
the only time I'll do it is if I get feedback from an agent. Hey, there's something going on. There's a smell in the house, something. I'll go over and investigate that myself. Yeah.
Or if you're like door knocking, you're already going to be there, like communicate that, but make it be like an extra thing, right? Like, hey, I'm going to be running by the house. I don't know if you had somebody stopping by, but I'm going to be over there today. I'll let you know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already going to be in the neighborhood, or I'm showing the house, or I'm door knocking, or whatever you're doing. Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And some would argue, why do you even have a vacant house? You should be staging it. But that's a
totally different conversation.
It is. And I think we've already had that conversation.
That's dumb. Let's go back to our corner. I need a fan. It's getting hot in here.
All right.
Let's take a short break, hear a word from our partners. And when we return, I don't know what's going to happen. You'll have to just come back.
Come on back. Welcome back. Let's get back inside the ring to finish this conversation. I don't know. This is such one of those topics that's so interesting. Who would think that there are so many things to think about when we're looking at our little like ancillary jobs around.
And that's part of the problem, is because people think being a realtor is like, oh my God, I just love looking at houses. That's not what being a realtor is. Most realtors sell like one house a year. No, but like 5 or 10 or whatever.
Guys, please don't let Jen drive you away today. She just is hangry, I think. She's hangry. Go get some lunch.
I'm always hangry. I just get so upset because it's like, of course nobody knows what the hell we do because we don't tell them.
Yeah, put your microphone closer.
You want me to yell louder?
Yeah, no, I do not.
I'll do it.
All right. Well, look, this goes back to this. Expectations. Expectations solve all of your problems as a real estate agent. Set them, ask them, determine them, find out what the other side of the coin's expectations are. Like, dig in.
More than expectation. I hate that word so much.
No, but that's what this is. It's all about that.
But it's about communicating also.
Well, that's what you're communicating. Expectations. That's it.
Continuous improvement.
Oh my God. That's it. You're either stating what you will do or won't do, or you're asking the question, what do you want from me or what do you not want from me?
But as an agent, you should also think about like, what am I willing to do? What am I not willing to do? What makes sense for me to do? What doesn't make sense for me to do? And if the only reason if the only reason that you're doing it is because you don't know how to say no, please call us. That's a totally different conversation.
Yes, correct.
Did you see my post about, I stole it from somebody else. What's that? This guy posts like a lot of funny memes. He's a realtor too.
Yeah.
It was about like, don't act like you're salsa, you're cheese dip, baby.
Yeah, I love it. You're cheese dip, baby.
You're cheese dip, baby. Like,
you don't come free with the meal. No, you're extra. You cost extra. Yeah, I love that. You know what it is? Here's what it is then. If it's one-sided, if it's yours, It's not expectations, it's standards. Have your standards. What are your business practices?
Expectations seem so like, this is me and you have to bend to whatever I do. And it's not. It is a group effort to sell this house. Like, you are hiring me to help you get what you want because you see value in my process to get you what you want. But in that, you also have to, you're part of this team.
Well, right. And I don't mean expectations are one-sided. I mean, what are their expectations? And do those align with your standards, or do you need to adjust, right?
If not, just walk out the door. No.
Run, don't walk. All right. Anything to add to that, or do you want to wrap this one up?
Be queso, baby.
Be the queso. All right. I think that's going to have to be the end of today's battle. If you enjoyed this episode, please let us know. Go to our Facebook page. That's Real Estate Fight Club Podcast, or share this episode with a real estate agent that you think has a lot of vacant listings and is doing too much vacuuming.
Exactly. And if you need a pep talk, or
That's right.
Yes, if you need a pep talk, or you are interested in learning more about EXP as a brokerage, please give us a call, 513-400-1691. Monica, always
yes, always a pleasure. I'll see you next time.
Bye.